So let's say you watch someone else in your industry crushing it, and suddenly every decision you've made feels wrong. Does this sound familiar? Yes, I've been there more times than I'd like to admit, and today I want to talk through it with you and share what's actually really helped me. Hey, Ripple Makers, I'm Janic, founder of Ripple Effect Leadership, and if you're an entrepreneur who has the vision but is still figuring out the plan, you're in the right place. Leadership, creativity, and strategy for entrepreneurs who want to build something intentional. That's what we do here, so let's get into it. This is part 3 of the Clarity mini-series built from Instagram polls asking what's actually draining my community and where they need support. Part 1 covered prioritizing, part 2 covered direction, so check those out if you haven't. Today, we're closing the loop because 57% of you said that mindset was your biggest challenge in building your business, so let's talk about it. Self-doubt usually gets treated like its own separate thing, something you fix with affirmations, mindset work, just believing yourself energy, which all have their place. But self-doubt shows up in many different ways, and if you want to go deeper on that, I've got a whole playlist on tackling imposter syndrome and self-doubt. I'll link it below. For today, though, I want to focus on one specific pattern I see a lot in myself and in the entrepreneurs I work with. Self-doubt tends to get louder exactly when you're not clear on what you're prioritizing or where you're headed, which makes prioritizing, direction, and confidence a lot less separate than they seem. So get clear on the first two, and a lot of the time, the third one quiets down on its own. I want to take you back to the very beginning of Ripple Effect Leadership. I'd be at a networking event, someone would ask, what do you do? And I would say, I'm the founder of Ripple Effect Leadership. I'm a leadership consultant. And almost every single time someone would say, oh, do you know so-and-so, naming some other more established leadership consultant in my city. And it would shut me down completely every single time because I was constantly comparing myself to people who'd been doing this longer, who felt more established, more legitimate, even though I had an MA in leadership. So make that make sense. So I have a friend, shout out to my buddy Chris, he's a coach, and he's the one who helped me shift this. He said, next time someone says that to you, say, actually, yes, I do know them, but I do things a little differently. That one small reframe changed everything because it opened the door. People would ask, oh, how do you do it differently? And that's when I could actually talk about my message instead of shrinking away from the comparison. It really helped build my confidence. And here's the thing, that doubt was never really about my ability. It was about not being clear on what actually made me different. Once I could name that, the comparison lost its power over me. So when you're not clear on your own direction, someone else's success or someone else's path feels threatening because you don't have your own solid ground to stand on. And once you do, comparison starts to lose its grip. That's one way self-doubt shows up, but it's not the only way. So here's how I've actually seen this play out in my own business in a totally different area. For a long time, I used to sit on launches for way too long. I'd finish something and then hold back, second guess it, delay it because the self-doubt was loud. And that doubt is a lot quieter for me now, not because I found more confidence out of nowhere, because I got clear. I have a clear yearly business plan. I know exactly what to focus on and when. I know what my direction is with my business. And when you know that, there's a lot less room left for doubt to creep in because you're not questioning whether you're on the right path anymore. You're just executing it. So here's what I want you to take away from this series. If you're feeling stuck on what to prioritize, go back to part 1. If you're feeling unclear on direction, go back to part 2. And if you're feeling self-doubt, check whether it's actually confidence you're missing or whether it's clarity. More often than not, it's the second one. If you want support working through all 3 of these together, prioritizing, direction, and confidence, that's exactly the work we do inside the Ripple Year. It's a full year of one-on-one support, a custom plan built around your direction, and check-ins throughout the year to help you stay on track when self-doubt and life inevitably tries to creep back in. So that's the Clarity mini-series, prioritizing, direction, and confidence, 3 things that felt separate, but we're always connected. I'd love to know in the comments which video hit home the most for you in this series. Thanks for being here, Ripple Makers, and don't forget to like and subscribe to help me reach more kick-ass entrepreneurs just like you, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss what's next. Peace out, Ripple Makers.